Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. Before we get things going, we gotta continue discussion that was going on in the back at the expense of potentially putting Game Changer and Brenda to sleep. LAR, you said you acknowledge, because it's Lakers game later tonight. You said you acknowledge the greatness of LeBron, but you said you're kind of a hater. Why do you hate LeBron? I just want to know real quick before we get the show started. Why do you hate that man? Is it because he had the money to fix his hairline, and you just had to cut all yours off. So because he was able to pay to get dial plugs or whatever he got going on, and you had to go bald. Is that why you hate LeBron?
Look, man, the only thing good from Cleveland is Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm a Bulls fan, okay? It's not happening.
All right.
Never.
Right. I'm a not Bulls fan. I'm from Detroit, so forget that.
Oh, wait. Your greatest players from the west side of Chicago. So you by proxy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. We
you don't like Isaiah, so there. And Isaiah don't like him.
That's always been a weird. Okay, we ain't about to go too long on the basketball. That's always been a weird thing. People from Chicago. You got Isaiah Thomas, who's from Chicago, who was the rival of your Chicago Bulls when he was in Detroit. I know that just had to not feel right, rooting against the hometown boy.
No, everybody loves Z.
I know, but you had to root against him when he was going up against your Bulls, even though he was your hometown boy.
Didn't have to root against him.
When he was going against the Bulls, you did.
No, just you could ball out, just lose.
Okay.
You're going against the team. You're going to fight him, and yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You wanted Isaiah to drop 40, but the Pistons to lose.
There you go.
Got it. But what's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to Jackie Jack. Shout out to Holding My Nuts in the building. No relation to Dusty Nuts or Salty Balls. No relation. Shout out to, hold on real quick. Let me work the Zoom so I can actually see who we got in here. Shout out to okay, who got somebody clowning. Shout out to Detro 0861 in the building. Shout out to Ragnarok. Shout out to you. Shout out to XL Pro. Shout out to Timothy Wooden. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dark Knight Mentality. Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to each and every one of you. Appreciate you being in the building. All right. We're about to get into this. Yeah, see what's going on in title. First off, what's up, everybody? What's up, GC, Brenda, Mike? Say hi. Hello, what's up? Whatever your special greeting is. Okay. All right. we about to just get right into this. When I was pre-struggle streaming, trying to figure out what the title of the show was going to be. I ain't like LA. LA are so good with coming up with titles and topics. I'm like I can't. I be struggling. So I found this clip. That sparked something interesting. It sparked my curiosity, and I figured this would be a good discussion. And I thought I ain't even about to get into who was supposed to be here and who ain't here. But I would have liked at least one more lady on the panel for this one. But this clip right here definitely piqued my interest. So I want to see everybody's reaction to it. Like to hear it. Here it go.
Trust your man around other women?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you trust other women around your man?
No.
If women don't even trust other women, why would they expect a man to trust women?
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. I just feel like women do it because they're insecure, so they want to see, like, if the guy will leave their girlfriend for them.
All right, shout out to It's Complicated, the It's Complicated channel, the king of the gotcha questions. Off the top, what do y'all got on that one? Hey, Jackie, if you're available, come on up here. Come on up here. I know we catching you off guard. You got your bonnet on, but just come on up. Come on up. We accept your bonnet.
No, we won't.
Oh, we gonna clown you, but come on up. If you got to come up in the bonnet, come on.
I can wear my bonnet.
No. Came up without it. You don't get you. But all right, GC, what's your take? What's your take on the video that I just played? Go ahead, you got it.
I'm multitasking. Could you come back to me?
LAR. What's your take on the video?
If you can't trust
hold
them,
on, wait, hold on. Wait,
okay.
no. Hold on, nobody move. Yeah, Brenda, you got background.
Okay.
You watching TV? She watching TV while streaming.
Oh no, not me. Somebody else was watching.
You trying to watch The Price is Right while we doing the show? All right, go ahead, Elliot. Go ahead, Elliot.
Videos.
What'd you say?
X videos in the back.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
No.
All right, go ahead, Elliot.
Get it.
We know, okay, can they be trusted? They can be trusted to do what they were going to do anyways. Well, do men trust women? Do women trust women? I don't think so. But I think it doesn't matter sometimes because for some odd reason, we let them get away with stuff. Like, if you put a woman in a situation with a guy and it's all her fault, he's going to get blamed. So I can trust that it's going to be a man's fault at the end of the day. So women don't trust other women, yeah, but they're going to blame the dude at the end of the day. Using that scenario, your friend sleeps with your man, you going to blame your man first. And you knew she was, you knew she got around like that to begin with.
But what you think about the concept that she trusts the women around her man least than what she trusts her man around women? Like if her man got to be around women, she, got probably got a little bit of lack of trust, but it's the women she more concerned about. Like even though if her man cheats, she gonna blame her man, but she more concerned about what women gonna do. And what did that say about women? Where they talk of that good game, like they the faithful, trustworthy ones, but in their heart of heart, when you catch them off guard and ask them, they don't trust women, but expect us to have some kind of trust them. But they don't even trust them. They don't trust these hoes. They know these hoes ain't loyal.
Women have a financial incentive to steal somebody's man. So you know what's coming. If like single men without a woman, when a man doesn't have a woman, don't no woman on the planet want him. When he's with a woman, all of a sudden the porn stars come out to play. It's for a reason, True. So there's always something that a woman can get out of a man, or the illusion of getting something out of a guy.
Yeah,
I think whenever
I'm still waiting on that. You know, when I was married, it didn't happen, and in a relationship now, where is all this random falling out the sky side pussy I'm supposed to be getting? I mean, it just
did you wear your ring?
I mean, when I was married, yeah, I wore it. That I didn't. Yeah,
That was supposed to be the easiest thing.
Maybe I just
catch.
Maybe I just went straight home after work when I was married. I don't know.
That's where you went wrong.
It wasn't just pussy falling out the trees for me. I don't know. But anyway, all right.
I think it helps if they see the wife too. I think that there's a little bit of one-upmanship going on with it. Like
it was a situation.
I'm one-upping.
Yeah, it was a situation or two that caught me off guard when I was actually with my wife, where a chick did something like across a dinner table at like a banquet. She put on her lip gloss like real slow and like worked it all the way around while looking right. Like it was like, damn, like I was looking at her. I was looking at her and looking at my wife like yeah, you okay. She don't see what's going on. So let me just look at her work the lips while she ain't looking. So, you know, I was yeah, it was one of those moments. It was one of those moments. But you know, that's how I be when you're married. That's how I be when you're married. You go, yeah. I hate that feeling of, you know, shit going on and you looking over at your wife to see if she see what you seeing.
See if you seeing.
Yeah, she trying to see if she trying to look and see if she see me seeing. Yeah, it was that kind of junk. But no, so looking back at it in retrospect, there was a few moments like that, but I do think that just being just a square dude that I was, you know, go to work, go straight home. You know, I ain't have it like that where they were just where the porn stars was just jumping out the bushes on me. I don't know. I heard that's what it was supposed to be. I ain't experienced that. But anyway,
well, no, it's really, it depends on the woman. And unfortunately, Bernard, for you, you're a black man. So the thing is that when they see a ring on your finger, and mine and LAR and Mike's, they assume that the bitch is fat and ugly as shit. So the whole drive to compete, to the whole one-upmanship don't really count. Fat women don't count as women, so they don't really look at it as, you know, okay, I gotta steal him from her. They don't see it that way when they're fat, and they assume that she's fat because you're black. And too many of these niggas be lowering the bar for themselves. So that's the unfortunate truth of it.
I see.
But now to answer your original, my bad.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah, I thought you did, but yeah, you didn't. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, but to answer the original question, it's interesting how she didn't really see that the men had agency in it. That it's not really the man's choice. It's not his choice to whether he wants to be unfaithful. It's their choice. They choose if they want to take the man from her or they want to cheat, you know. And outside of that, he's just being a man, you know. He's just following his penis into her vagina, and it is the woman's fault for giving him the opportunity to do so. I do believe that
I think it was more so that she trusts that he's not going to do it, or I think what she was saying, she trusts him, but she just, you know, she think the women are more likely going to do something to fuck up her shit than what she think her man is.
If she trusts him, why does she care what the women do? Because, you know,
I don't think y'all understand what happened there. Okay. So two things happened. One, she said that she trusts her man around women, anticipating the question of, should he trust you around men?
Okay.
Anticipating that, because like women always juxtapose, the way they do things is that if a man can do it, a woman can do it kind of deal. And they're already preparing themselves for that juxtaposition of, if a man can do this, then a woman should be able to do this. So that's what they did first. You know what I'm saying? When he asked the first question. When he asked the second question, like I always like to ask women, you know, the question about, like, for example, hoes. You know what I'm saying? Should a woman's past matter or something like that? And when you ask them that kind of question, they typically say, no, it shouldn't matter, whatever, whatever. But when you ask them a question like, okay, it shouldn't matter. If you knew a woman was a hoe, would you introduce her to your son? Then they immediately know why hoes are not, you know what I mean, not a good choice for a man. They know all the reasons why. And what he did with that question is he exposed that they always understand the questions that they act oblivious to us with when we ask them. So why wouldn't you leave your woman around a woman? It's because your man around a woman. It's because they are doing the thing that you would do. You know, they're doing the thing that you would do that you wouldn't tell me that you would do, which is try to get with some dude that was maybe an ex, or maybe you're jealous of your friend. But they're all like that on some level. You know, they may be able to suppress it on some level, but they're all like that to some extent. And what happens with those kind of questions is they anticipate the other thing. He's going to ask me about what if a man can do it. So that's what she did first. And then for the second question, they finally had to be like, well, now I don't trust my man around these women because they gonna fuck. They gonna try to do something. They gonna, and I can't stop him from having sex with her. So yeah.
And she can't stop her from having sex with him. That's what I was saying. Like she seemed to have been under the impression of ladies' choice. Like, and I think that a lot of women view all sexual encounters like that, except when they're blaming you for it. It is a lady's choice. They choose whether you fuck them or not. That's how they do situations like that. I mean, there's some truth in it. Men do look at sex as opportunity, where women look at it as a decision. So she really had that way of thinking about her, in my opinion.
Brenda, it's on you.
Okay, so So my thing is trust no one, but I understand why she said, well, I trust my man around other women, but I don't trust women around my man. It's basically knowing that person that you're in a relationship with. So for example, I would probably have answered the same thing. I trust my man around other women, but I don't trust other women around my man, because I know a man's nature. And so I know if he's going to do it, like I can't control him. And so if he wants to do it, all right, that's cool. But we do have a contract that we verbalized. It's situational or whatnot. But other women, I feel like they're always plotting. As women, we're always plotting because we're natural manipulators, because we have to kind of take control of the situation. And men, unfortunately, okay, forgive me for saying this, but they're sometimes dumb. Like they actually do fall into the pussy without knowing that they fell into the pussy, if that makes sense, because they just get deceived easily. And so
gotta deceive them into some pussy.
Well, I mean that's how most men if they have baby mamas.
Yeah,
they didn't understand the person who was they were putting on, and the women are putting on an act, and they paraded themselves and they won because they were able to secure a whole
But see, here's
child.
the thing: if the plurality of women are a group of women that you don't trust around your man, but that same plurality of women are that's the same group of women that other men are supposed to get a woman from. So by what measurable standard could a plurality of women say that, oh yeah, y'all should trust us? It's like that's what I'm gathering from the question, from the video. It's like it's basically that what they're saying is that men should have zero trust of women because the women don't trust the women.
I think don't trust women on what they say, trust on what they do, because it's more of action. Because we can say, and plus we talk a lot more than men, but we can say one thing, I'm going to be loyal to you, but our actions might show different. And so with women, I think it's more of for men to trust what they do versus what they say. And so just taking everything that we say as a grain of salt. But men are a little bit more, they we can trust what they do and say. Some men can be aligned because, you know, they're direct, they're firm on what they want, but some guys are not either. So those are the wishy-washy and dusties, etc. So
We don't allow that language over here.
I understand, but
yeah, I was daydreaming. She
the
just floated
wishy-washy.
in Dusties. She just
she said dusty. We don't allow that over here.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge the existence of the
I'll say
lingo that comes
wishy-washy.
from those sectors over
He
there.
gonna say washy.
Let me ask you this, Brenda. Is it cheating? Is it cheating when a man sleeps with a woman? That's attractive.
It depends on if the man is in a relationship with the woman, if they had a contract of like monogamy or exclusivity.
Right. So that conversation, they are in a relationship. They had a conversation solidifying their relationship, but they never really had a conversation saying that I can't cheat with women that are more attractive than you. So is it cheating at that point?
If he's cheating with the woman who's more attractive than the woman who's in a relationship with, I believe so.
Okay. Now you did say that you understand man and you understand man nature. So with that understanding, is it really cheating or is he just following his nature? Kind of like if another human feeds a dog, then that dog isn't like cheating on his master, it's just eating food.
Well, he's depending on what the terms and condition of the relationship. Like if he's following his nature, all right, that's great and all.
Brenda,
but he shouldn't be in a monogamous
Brenda,
relationship.
Brenda, Brenda, you've met your quota on it depends on when you say it depends.
Okay, no adult diapers, my bad.
You've already exceeded your limit. You can't give no more it depends answers.
Okay. No adult diapers, okay. Or just command.
No, but I mean, you understand that it's a man's nature to sleep with attractive women. That's how he found himself in with you. So isn't it just him following his nature? How's that cheating if a person is following their nature? I mean, would you fault somebody? Or would you look and say, something? I can see why he did that.
Well, okay. Logically speaking, I would understand why he did what he did because of optics and following that scratch. But whenever it comes to what we had in the beginning, because everything will go back to the contract in the beginning, unless you want to change that contract. If we agreed to be exclusive and he said he wants to be exclusive, he's not going to step out, that's one thing. But if he says, I want to have multiple girlfriends and I want your relationship to be closed, I want your side to be closed, mine will be open, okay, then that's not cheating. So if it's closed, he steps out.
Smell white cheating. Diamond perfume. I smell white diamond perfume. I don't know what. Oh, okay. Oh, Jackie. Okay. Hey, what's up, Jackie? What's up?
No, okay.
So I didn't get that, and then
go ahead, GC.
Brenda, how does the contract work? I'm curious because I have had contracts, but how do you have the discussion with the cheating portion? Do like you just say? He just says, other bitches, yay or nay? Like, do you say like, okay, how often do I have to go down versus how often do you have to go? Like, how much 6, how much 9? Like, how do you have that discussion? Is it a sit down at Applebee's? Like, how do you have the discussion of how the terms and conditions of the relationship? I'm curious.
Oh, well, to me, it will be anywhere where we're trying to solidify, is it going to be exclusive? And if so, well, I guess we can say how much is the sex drive? And so is it very high? Do you need variety, multiple women? If so, okay, lay it out. If you're like the type of person say, no, I'm more of a one woman, one man, one woman, one woman type of man, then I can sign that contract. But it has to be from the beginning. But let's say he stepped out accidentally. He tripped on some pussy, right? Well, that's when I will
over and over again, yeah.
And that's where I would say, okay, I understand. But how many more times are you going to trip? That's my question. If he accidentally tripped because he drank a little too much, then we have to discuss what will happen next. But that's just me.
Now, could he trade something else for more pussy trips? Like, for example,
such as
such as you do not have to wash the dishes for 3 weeks per pussy trips.
No, it has to be bigger than that.
Okay, bigger than that. Okay, he agrees to shave his chest.
Bigger than that.
He agrees to cut off his man bun.
No, bigger than that. It does not have an effect
Mike's
on
like,
me.
how did I get
it? I felt like it was going in my direction when you said yes there. I'm like, what are we doing here? It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask Jackie. Jackie, what would be a good concession that a man makes to get another pussy round? Like, what would be a good? So he has to do a Kobe.
Sure.
He has to do a Kobe and come up with some jewelry or something like that. And
it has to be apology, like a car, cash,
in the form of gifts.
How much cash?
I mean, it has to be proportionate to how much he makes.
So he has to hurt himself, basically.
Yeah.
Like if he makes $100 a day, he has to give you $2,000. But if he makes $100 an hour, he basically has to give like 6 months salary. Is that what or 6 weeks salary?
I wasn't gonna say all that.
I was going to say just $10K every time he trips.
That's a lot.
I cover his insurance, but it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me play the video. I'll rerun the video, and then we can get Jackie's reaction to it. Ready, and here we go.
Do you trust your man around other women?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Do you trust other women around your man?
No.
No.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't think y'all can see that.
Do you?
No, we just hear it.
Y'all could not see it?
No.
And that was my fault. Hold on. Now y'all should be able to see it. Hold on.
Around other women?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you trust other women around your man?
No.
If women don't even trust other women, why would they expect a man to trust women?
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. I just feel like women do it because they're insecure, so they want to see if the guy will leave their girlfriend for them.
All right, Jackie, I presume you understood the line of logic.
I did. So I guess I think they responded that way because they know who gives access to sex. Like the dude might want to cheat, but how easy is it for him to cheat? The girl got to be okay with it. So
you think that's what they mean when they say they don't trust? They trust their man around women, but they don't trust women around their man.
Exactly. Because if women try to hang around your man like that, they might be open to being with your man like that. But if your man's trying to if your man's around women, he don't really have access to them, they have to be into him. It's gonna be so much harder for him to get access to them. But if they're already dressing a certain type of way around your man or talking to him a certain type of way, then it's
you're adding details to it. You're adding details to it. It seemed as if just the general plurality of women, she don't trust them, or y'all don't trust women, but y'all expect men to generally trust women, to get with women and actually trust them. But when y'all have y'all candid moments, y'all admit, I don't trust women.
I don't know. It's just I think that's what it is. I just think that because there's certain friends that I would not leave them alone with my man. There's certain friends, and we've talked about this. What's
their names?
This person,
Is it the girl that was gonna meet her that time I was there? Like when we was at the studio?
Not her. Not her. No, I talked about it with her.
Why was he eager? Why was he hoping it was her?
Because I would have almost been around the girl who she doesn't trust.
And you were pretending like you was with Jackie.
No, it's not her. But me and her talk about there's certain friends like we wouldn't want them to like hang around our man at all. Like we wouldn't even want them to really meet them. Like maybe like a casual like, hey, this is my dude, and that's it. Like keep it moving. But yeah, there's certain girls you just don't trust around your man. And they're your friends. And you don't trust them loose.
Can I say these two things? Two things. Okay. While I was married, my wife at the time, she did it was two things that would happen. She had only unattractive. I hope that they probably will be listening because they don't like me. But she had only unattractive friends. Only.
I hate that. I mean,
and I think, and at a point, I didn't notice that was what was going on, and I was like, none of your friends, like all of your friends, are visibly not even. They're objectively unattractive. Like they're objectively unattractive. Why do you have only unattractive friends? What is this about?
They can steal you. Like, no, because women are naturally competitive.
But this was the next.
Before we go any further, I do want to welcome and this is my first time talking to you. I don't even know your name. Introduce yourself. What is that? Pillar Jet?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Pilar. Nice to meet you guys. Nice
Pilar.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Glad you can make it. It was, I understand it was some mix up with the Central Time EST situation.
Yeah, so I live in Chicago, so it was off by an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, LAR, why you celebrate when she said she live in Chicago?
Yeah.
What was that?
Greatest city.
Chi-Town, you like the city?
Remember? He was just
that is not the greatest city. I'm sorry. I'm from Oakland. Any city where it snows can't be great. You know, if you shoveling snow out your parking lot, it's not a great place to live.
I agree. I'm actually from Atlanta, so I moved here 10 years ago. So, but you know, it has its ups and downs. We'll go there later, but you know.
Yeah, and those downs are called winter. Like I wouldn't. I can't live in a place that snows. I can't.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard on me.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Pilar. That's your name?
Yep, that's right.
What is that? What is Pilar?
So Pilar is a Spanish name. It's of Spanish descent. It just means pillar of strength. Or they also use it to reference like the pillar of the church because it references Maria, the Virgin Mary, Jesus's mother. So, but
this is a better than 70% chance you made all that up. All right,
no, she's the pillar of.
Yeah, I'm just going with it.
All right,
we have certain pillars. No, I confirm.
Jackie, you kind of off the count. Like just slide to the. You can't fix that. Well, fix it if you can.
I can.
Fix it. Yeah. Oh, okay. You just got to scoot over. Okay.
I don't know how.
It took some geometry to get that all figured out. All right. What was we talking about? I did want to formally introduce or greet and introduce Pilar to everybody.
Yes. Nice.
But,
I'm really happy to
nice to meet you. But all right. So I think I interrupted. What you drinking, Jackie?
Well, I was gonna.
It's a.
I'm glad she took a sip because now I can take a sip.
It's wine.
All right. What you drinking, Pilar? What you drinking?
Mine is a fruit Mai Tai.
Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. See how that works, Jackie? You just tell the truth that you're drinking liquor. You don't got to lie. But all right, go ahead, Mike. You were saying something and I interrupted.
No. First thing, my wife had objectively unattractive friends. I think she did it purposely. And then two, to speak to the having a ring on and being married and all of the plurality of viscous innards that would be
thank you.
tossed your way. You must not have had like a going out or being around people job because because I mean I think I'm more of an introvert than you, and
I doubt it.
I think I'm there, but yeah, it was hand over fist because my job was to be out. I sold food and beverage to different,
You worked at McDonald's?
Say it again.
Well, you sold food and beverage. I was asking if you worked at McDonald's, like, you know, Burger King, like which.
He drove the Schwann's truck. You know that.
No. I was a sales rep for a beverage.
For McDonald's.
No,
you was one of them door-to-door steak salesmen that be selling.
Oh,
hey,
no.
I rock with those. I do rock with those. If that was you,
I can't get fired. I mean, I can't get fired from them now. I don't say where I work, but you know, well, no, it wasn't any of those. Forget y'all. Like, man, no. But when you have a job where you're out and about and you're wearing your ring, like it's crazy. I had a young lady make me lunch. I had to tell her she can't do that ever again in life.
Did she buy it from you, then make it?
No, she made it.
Okay.
From her house.
What you do? Wait, did you interact with her multiple times?
Yeah. I had to interact with people just because that was just part of my job. So I had to talk to her. But I just told her she could. Dude, I had to talk to people. I had to talk to people. I had a sales rep job. I was a sales rep. I'm being honest. But I know I'm like, hey, you can't do that again. You know what I'm saying? I can't accept it. And then I just.
But what if she was just being nice?
Yeah, like.
Nope. I didn't play that. I didn't play that game.
Well, you hurt her feelings without even knowing that you
probably
hurt her
did, but I couldn't be concerned with that because I was a whole married man with a wife and kids. So
that's
horses with the blind. Okay.
Wait. Was she attractive?
Yeah.
I think that's why he shut it down.
That is honorable because no, I mean
that's why he shut it down.
Yeah, that's why I shut it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, that was a lie.
Now, if she was unattractive, I mean, I could have accepted it and be like, I'm not gonna do that with her.
Exactly.
So if she was a gargoyle, you would have eaten the homemade lunch, but because she was
like it's a free lunch.
Well, it's supposed to would have had some sort of juju in it, so I totally agree with him not to eat because he would have been like, ooh.
Accepting food from ugly women, just not pretty ones. That's a faithful man right there. I don't know.
Well, women do it with drinks. They accept drinks from ugly dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, that's true.
Idea.
Some women do.
Yeah, it's not considered dishonorable. But let me ask the fellas this and the ladies too. Should black women be with birds of a feather? Because I am sick of y'all crew. Y'all be having like bats, crows, and stuff in the same flock with the exotic birds of paradise. It's like, like be with a reasonably in range, attractive woman. So when a guy say, you got any friends, and then you don't get that Janet Jackson scenario from the first Friday. Like it should be like within reasonable realm of in my opinion.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't work like that. How do you know who you're gonna vibe with? Like just because a woman might be attractive, if her best friend happens to be objectively unattracted to the men around her, and that's her best friend, what should she kick her to the curb for a woman?
Yes.
Because she's not a
What do y'all have in common? First of all, she can't be your friend because she always envies you, want to take your place, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, she do. They do not like you. Like They don't. They can't possibly.
Yeah, but if she has a lifelong friendship with this person and they've made it work, however bizarre it is to you, Mr. Game Changer, it's working for them. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you're thinking from a physical place, which I understand. But then what if I were to turn it around and say, all your boys are they look like trash. I feel like you should kick them to the curb and find some 10s, find some 6'5" dudes with some muscles in the 6-pack and like all your
6'5". You go.
Well, no, it's different because men have work relationships.
Right, they will have the same network.
Men have work relationships with other men. Our relationship depends. I went to the war with this guy. And who cares? When you're in a trench, who cares if you're ugly or not?
But no, to the ugly friend thing, I think it mattered when they became friends. I think pretty women don't make new ugly friends after 21. But if they was friends going back to middle school and one of them pretty and one of them got pretty and the other one stayed ugly, then she's not gonna kick her to the curb. But I don't think pretty women go get new ugly friends. They just got old ugly friends. They go back.
I agree.
I think that ugly women get pretty friends, and I think that they use them for free drinks and stuff, and to get into clubs.
That's true.
So, but that's not your friend. They're using you. I'm saying, don't have
that's true.
friends.
I'm just giving you your credit. That happens a lot. But if it's a friendship, you know when it's a real friendship or not. That's hard enough for women to sustain real friendships that don't have that cattiness and the hidden agenda and the jealousy. That's hard enough. So if I find a ride or die friend, I don't care what she can have one arm and half a leg. That's my girl. If I can find a real one, it's just hard out here for when we don't find the work relationships the same as you might have said, like, oh, we went to war together.
No, I'm saying we still have working relationships. Like I have made friends at work, and since I work with,
so it is customary. Pilar don't know this. It is customary that I read all the super chats when people, pay money to get their comment put on the screen. So but so he's asking, what is Pilar Jet body looking like? You don't necessarily have to stand up and spin around or nothing. But I'm just reading all the super chats. I'm just reading all the super chats. All right. Salty Balls in the building says Pilar Harold's or Uncle Remus.
Don't do
what?
I
don't know who that
Pilar,
is.
I don't know what was going on.
Harold's or Uncle Remus. Those are chicken spots. So there's like this big war in Chicago about whose chicken is the best. And I'm going to do like this. Harold's is a South Side food. Uncle Remus is a West Side food. And they're like Tupac and Biggie. They're at war. I'm not a Chicagoan I'm not a native. I live here. But I'm going to go with Uncle Remus because I think Harold's is pigeon. Harold's is good. I love Harold's.
LAR, what you say? Which one you say?
He's West Side. He's Uncle Remus all day.
Okay, Uncle Remus. All right. Game changer. He just says a game changer. What's up with that Everett and Jones though? I still don't know what he's.
Everett and Jones. It's a barbecue spot. Okay. And hey, if you out here and you want to meet up, I've met subscribers before. I have no problem doing that. And we meet up at Everett and Jones. That's my spot. One in Hayward or the one in downtown Oakland.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Sounds good. Salty Balls back in here with another one. Says Book of Treasure Chest 3 and 2. He says, "Thine shillings rain down from the heavens to provide the host a tribute for a dozen of fried flowered fowl. He be throwing me off. Flowered fowl while watching the tournaments at the courts." Yeah, he be throwing me off. He be super chatting in old English.
Get some chicken while you watch the game, man.
Right.
Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them and suck them.
Yeah, shout out to Salty Balls. One of my biggest supporters. He got his own special greeting. Is what it is. But all right. Was there any other super chats? Oh yeah, right there. He says, Brenda, you aren't making sense. That's from earlier in the show when Brenda wasn't making sense.
He'll be fine.
She wasn't. But shout out to you.
These last $2. I'm not gonna lose.
All right. LAR, you was looking like you was trying to jump in on something earlier. No? Yay?
Well, my bad.
It might be clicking, I don't know, but
it's slight click, but we can deal with it. Just go ahead and spit it out.
Have any of you ladies kind of had a fantasy about one of your friends' man before?
Oh, good question.
No, I haven't.
No.
Damn.
I don't have really friends.
You don't have friends?
No. After I moved to Dallas,
ugly ones.
No. No, I'm a lone type of wolf type of person.
I mean, I thought like some of my friends' men was fine, but I don't be fantasizing about them. I just know they look good. It's like they look objectively look good. Like that's it.
I like how y'all saying objectively at that decent.
No, same here. I'm the same. If I see a friend that has an
beauty is subjective when we call a chick ugly, but they would say, "Oh, this dude is objectively fine." Apparently,
yes, I would say that you have a nice physique, especially strong shoulders, and then
like 10% of women say they fuck their. RM, I know you did that, RM.
Good stuff.
Shout out to that's a good one. Shout out to Salty Balls once again says game changer. I know all about the Bay from the Waterford Gaskill downtown, from the hills down to the flats and in between LAR. I know about the west side from L Town to Lauderdale and SS. From what do you have you just lived everywhere on earth?
Yeah, pretty much. This man been everywhere
to the lake. Yeah.
I've been to Naperville once in my life, and I just was at Chicago for the airport. That's it.
No Detroit references.
Who goes to Detroit on purpose?
Dang.
Salty Balls, he know the best barbecue joint in Alaska and shit. He's been every damn where.
Mm-hmm.
Like, god damn. But all right. So moving back to the topic. Anybody else got anything on that? Anything else on that particular topic? We can move on to something else. The topic of what was the topic? Basically, women don't trust women. Women don't trust women, but they expect men to somehow trust women or trust them to begin with. You know, anybody else got anything they want to add to that one before we move on?
I would like to.
Well, let me show you the I don't think you saw the video that we was basically.
I watched.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, go ahead. So you know what we reacting to. So go ahead. What you got?
Yeah. So I would put it like this. I used to be in a relationship with a gentleman, and when I would go out with my girls, certain things I would wear. I'd come out the room and it's, oh baby, what you wearing? And I'm like, oh, this is, and I know when I'm in a relationship, I respect my man 100% of the time if I'm in a solid relationship with you. So I don't care what I go out in. Now I don't dress like sleazy, but I had on a nice little cocktail dress. And he said, oh no, you don't think that's too much? I'm like, no. I said, trust me, I'm good. He said, well, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the guys. Guys don't really know how to see a sexy woman without, going in heat. So I respected him, but I would pose the question like this: just because he doesn't trust the male population, does that mean I shouldn't trust him? Does that mean if he goes out with his guys, he's going to be just a complete dog, and anything that walks by in a nice little dress with a decent body, he's going to be all on?
Well, it's a difference from narrowing it down to him versus if the general populace of men made the statements the same exact way. And maybe they will, maybe they don't. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's a general consensus whenever you ask women about other women, they don't trust them. They quite often don't like them. They don't get along with them. It's like women be the worst critics of women, but then look at us like we talking Japanese when we explain our thoughts on women, if you follow where I'm going.
We're competitive against each other, but when it comes to the man, he's going to be the one treated like a king. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you got two women warring over the same guy, that guy doesn't have to worry about whether either one of these women are trustworthy. They're warring after him. It's just,
go ahead, DC.
No, I was saying to the extent that you trust them. I mean, I think that women can trust men to be sexually attracted to sexually attractive women. I think that that's something that y'all all know about men, and that's something that y'all have long ago come to grips with, and even use it to your advantage. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, that's how the relationship began to some point. So I think that you can, trust that he will behave as a man do. We're predictable. I don't know if you call us trustworthy, but we're definitely predictable in our actions by women. And keep in mind, it's just thoughts. Like we see something we like, it and we like it. We like what we see.
Okay.
Right. As long as you don't act upon it, right?
Well, I mean, but we're supposed to act upon it. I mean, it's her fault for being so sexy. Like, if we no. No, I mean honestly, y'all can't expect us. Y'all can't expect us to just like ignore an extraordinarily attractive, especially if she's a lot hotter than you. You can't expect us to ignore that. You can't. It should be some understanding when it's a ridiculously sexy woman, and we should get a pass because that things like that isn't going to happen again because there aren't that many ridiculously sexy women in the world.
Or pass on what though? What are you talking about? Pass.
Well, it shouldn't be counted as cheating because she's just that damn sexy. That's the way I look at it.
It's upon you to look the other way.
What he was saying. Basically, I think what he's saying, if your man come home and be like, baby, guess what? I cheated on you, but wait. It was with Chloe Bailey. You should give him a high five.
Oh. So if Idris Elba comes along, I'm good, right? Like, what am I supposed to do?
No.
But I need evidence to make sure it was her. It's not a doppelganger.
No, it's different because it's far more likely. Like women have a much wider net. There are far more men willing to sleep with you than there are women to sleep with me, and it's not because I'm the ugliest man on the planet. It's because that's just the nature of man and woman. Therefore, he's passing up a rare opportunity. Handsome penis is not a rare opportunity for any of you three ladies. Idris Elba penis, is not rare opportunity for either of you three. So if you do it that once, it won't be that once. But if he do it that once, he's never going to see Chloe Bailey again, chances are. So,
I don't want to know. If you cheat with Chloe, I don't want to know.
Yeah, and I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. But
yes, you do. You would be so turned on by him. You would think you was with Superman. God damn it, my man can fuck Chloe Bailey. I must be winning. You know damn well you would analyze it that way. Yes, you would.
Because every time I see her, I'll be like,
her. Damn. What? It would be comparison. I don't know. Like I understand seizing the opportunity, but I don't know, because I mean, technically, women are made sexy. Like we were born to be sexy. That's why I understand why certain religiosities, they say for us to cover up as women, and so. But now in this age of rebellion, like we're just gonna let everything hang out. So so is it? We can't blame the men because it's actually the women's fault, like the way we dress, and so. I mean, it's just going to the mall. Sometimes it's really hard to see, like, I have to think twice about having kids.
To be fair to Brenda, I use the word religiosity a lot, but I use it knowing that it's probably not a word. Brenda,
no, you said religion. It's
is religiosity a word?
Yeah, it is a word.
Okay.
Like it like whatever type of religion.
There's a movie.
Yeah.
Religious? You talking about religious?
No, religiosity.
Yeah. Oh, religiosity is a word. Bill Maher made a movie about it.
No.
Yeah, he merged ridiculous and religious together.
I don't know. That's just a word.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And I put religiosity in the same realm as religious or whatever. I remerge those two words.
Ridiculous. Yeah, religious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. But all right. So we're going to move on to the secondary topic. This clip is one that I played it on my show before, but we through with this one. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. All right, yeah, this one here, I put it on my show before. Why is it doing that? Okay, it's just gonna do that. All right, fine. I put this one on my show before, but it'll be interesting with this panel to go over this one completely off topic, but let's go.
A black man would date me because I look like the attractive dark skin. As a dark skinned woman, you only get desired or viewed as attractive if you're like you know, you have a small nose and big lips and like, you know, like the Ryan Destiny. It's a whole different game in Africa. But in America, like they don't view like women who look like Leslie Jones, for example, as attractive. Like we just seen a reporter who basically bashed her for her looks and called her masculine because she has a wide nose. But like they literally called her masculine, and it's like she's not actually masculine. She just has Afrocentric features that doesn't fit the European beauty standard. So a lot of black men, they'll, you know, desire me because I'm an experiment to them.
All right, she out her goddamn mind. But okay, well, no, I'm gonna let y'all talk about. It. What's the what are y'all thoughts on that? Go ahead.
Leslie Jones is not an attractive woman, and like you don't even get to her nose by the time that you realize that she's ugly as fuck. Like you don't even get that far. It's like all the stuff surrounding the nose that makes her look like a very, very, very unattractive woman. So like miss me with that. See, here's the thing. You can't dictate what my dick takes. Like you can't just try to shame me into liking a certain type of woman. If I think you're hot, I think you're hot. You know, it's not an experiment. You're not going to say, "Oh, yeah, this is African features." What kind of crap is that? You know, that's not.
Well, the part towards the end was more. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's we could take some shots at Leslie Jones. I mean, she's annoying and everything. But here's the thing. The part that she said that I thought was more interesting was when she tried to say that, you know, she said black men view her as some experiment. It was like that's why I was just like, what the hell? What are you doing, Jackie?
That's Leslie Jones.
Yeah, she's not that bad.
Her nose is not even big.
Yes, she is.
We know
who
Leslie
Her nose
Jones
is not big.
Who's worse?
It's like normal.
Who's worse? No, I want Brenda to say who's an uglier bitch. Who is worse than Leslie Jones?
Well, but here's the thing.
You saving her
objectively.
No,
I can't say that anybody.
Grace Jones.
Because I'll put it like this.
No, Grace Jones was sexy.
Maybe.
But the thing is with Leslie, like
exactly.
It's basically how she wears her hair because it's actually the features that accentuates her face.
I just think that to the eye that's beholding this person, they might not see a classic. We all can admit that there's a classically beautiful, you know, you can see a person and you can tell their bone structure.
Jackie, when you cut that shit out,
there's symmetry. Right. But at the end, it's just like with a man, we can see like sharp cheekbones, jawline strong, you know, broad shoulders, you know, head proportionate. We ain't running into that every single day. It's just not happening. But at the same time, you see women with them. Just like you see men with people who look like Leslie Jones, you see people that you might not find attractive with their significant others all the time. Even if it's, you know, we don't know what it might be. It's something to that other person that might be attractive. So I think what the young lady was saying here was with darker skinned women, there is a stigma because for a long time, and I think even now, like that exotic look was in, and they think exotic, they don't think black. They think, oh, she's Brazilian or she's Portuguese or she's, you know, Kim Kardashian or whatever. The exotic look is in, which oftentimes equates to a lighter skin, a lighter pigment. But
what do you think? What do you hold on? Wait. What do you think about this? The girl that was in the video, who I just think was just a normal, cute black chick. You know,
she was a cute woman. I can see what she's
but no. I'm talking about her saying that. She implied that black men like her like as if she's some exotical, like she's some experiment to them.
Right.
Because her nose isn't as wide.
I mean,
I think that's how she views herself then.
Yeah, I think she just probably was. She grew up for a long time. I thought I was dark skinned, and it took me until I was in my 20s to realize I was not a dark skinned woman. I'm just brown skinned woman. But it was because I went to predominantly white schools for the majority of my life. So to everybody else, I was in fact dark skinned. You know what I mean? So when
you found out you wasn't dark skinned, was you like, okay? Did you like feel good about yourself, or did you?
Well, my mother had to really like push in me like, you're not what you look like. She said you could be the most beautiful woman in the world and be dumb as a box of rocks, have a nasty disposition, and that makes you hideous. So you know, I see things from a different vantage point. So she told me, don't let people blow my head up. Yeah, she taught me a certain kind of way. She said, you're going to figure out that you're attractive later in life, but don't let that be all that you are. So I don't know. I never really felt inferior to people. I just knew I was different. And because I was around a cast of, you know, I was around Caucasian people, I was the darkest person in my school for a certain period of time. When I went to predominantly Black schools, you know, when I went into high school, oh, we came in all shades, as you guys know. We had, you know, light, dark, you know, all just a mix. So I'm like, okay, I'm not dark skinned. And it wasn't a shameful thing. It was just kind of, I was just different. And at that time, that's when the Alicia Keys were in. That's when the Lauren Londons were in, you know. So I did see that. I saw those things portrayed on TV, you know, Tyra Banks, you know. So it was like, you know, you just kind of see certain things and you do take on a certain mentality like, I don't really see a lot of people that look like me. So maybe I'm just not filmable. Maybe I'm not camera worthy, but it didn't take away from the fact that I thought I was fine. I just
you said you don't see a lot of people that look like you where?
No, at the time when I was growing up, it was
Oh, you meant back then. I thought you were saying you don't see people that look like you like on TV or something like that.
No. Yeah, back then when I was younger, yeah, I saw a lot of the Alicia Keys. I saw the Lauren London, you know, certain people coming to the front line, and it wasn't me. It certainly wasn't Leslie. It certainly, you know, I didn't see that often. It wasn't until like the mid 2000s when that started rolling out. Afrocentric, like I was rocking natural hair. Like it just wasn't happening back then.
What about Woman King? I mean, a lot of cast were.
Those aren't women. Those aren't women.
I'm still getting game changer on this.
Nobody.
No, but the thing is, like,
No, Viola Davis is not woman. Like those bitches don't.
Okay,
count.
so Viola Davis versus Leslie Jones. Who's more attractive?
Viola Davis, but it still don't.
Okay,
count.
then
That's like which dog is prettier? Like no. Here's the thing, and I don't mind. I understand that some people are genetically unfortunate. I get that. Yeah. You know, but I don't agree with them trying to make it a political issue in order for you to get them to try to fuck them. That's what I don't like. Do Lil Wayne do that? Lil Wayne say, y'all don't like my Afrocentric features. No, they don't like the fact that you look like a burnt gremlin. Like, stop doing that. I mean, he has the dignity to not do that. He does. He don't say, y'all should find me attractive because Africa, Mother Africa. No,
he has the understanding that I have to overcompensate with talent and money. Like if men don't find you attractive, the market is men. You know, like you can't make it a social political like what I always find funny about colorism is that, for example, since it was like low key kind of brought up. What I always found funny about colorism is that you can't explain colorism without the sexual dating market.
Correct.
You should be able to explain it without that. The only way that I ever hear it explained is either the sexual dating market or some form of racism, which if it's racism, then it's racism. But if it's just the sexual dating market and a man doesn't find you attractive, move on.
I agree.
Because if a dude is 5'5", he doesn't get to make a social political movement around being 5'5". He's just short.
That's true. He can't say I'm Asian.
Wait, time out, Jackie. Why did you just laugh at just the sound of him saying a 5'5" man? You just like start smirking.
But you see what she did? She laughed. Which is nothing wrong with that.
Too much into that.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I'm a laugher, so don't.
Okay, of course you are. But that is.
And Jackie is 5 feet tall, laughing at a 5'5" man. That's just.
Yeah, but making it a social political movement, or even over exaggerating the existence of dark-skinned women on TV. Like when I'm growing up in the 80s and the 90s, for every light-skinned woman you can name, I can name a dark-skinned woman, and sometimes even name a dark-skinned woman on the same show, or at least a brown-skinned woman on the very same show. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you want to say, you know, Hillary Banks, I can say like Laura Winslow. You know, I could say Brandy. I could say Monica. Like there's always a dark-skinned woman that existed. Rudy Huxtable. We can all say a dark-skinned woman that existed in the very same space. And men aren't really even concerned with color that much. And I can prove it. What is the guy?
Sure. They don't.
I can prove it. Who is the person or people that changed it from light skin to dark skin in the black community? Like what's in now?
So the moment that it changed was when Wesley Snipes stabbed that light-skinned dude in the hand and then told the other light-skinned dude to sit your $5 ass down, I'm gonna make change. That was
so and then there's another person. One more
you talking about for the women?
No. Just period. Who is the person that changed it from light skin to dark skin? Whereas you can say this is the time, this is the event that happened. No, and Michael Jordan.
Oh. Is that what it was? Okay.
Michael Jordan.
So Michael Jordan and Wesley Snipes. Either, and there's really no woman that you can put in that category that changed it like that. But either men were saying, ooh, look at how handsome Michael Jordan and Wesley Snipes are, or it was women saying that now we like dark-skinned men. Because I grew up in the 80s. You know what I mean? And I was never like I wasn't this dark in the 80s. I was, you know, a little lighter in the 80s, but it was light-skinned season. You know, women care about that. Guys don't give a fuck. We don't care. If you're attractive, you're attractive. If you're not, you're not. Leslie Jones is not attractive. It wouldn't matter what. She could be blue. It doesn't matter.
You know something? I agree with you as it applies to every man that's not from the South. They on some ridiculous down there. Well, you know, I mean, you know that because I didn't know this until I met I didn't know what red bone and all that crap was. Like, no, they are on some weird out there. I mean, you know, like you from Chicago, you from, you know, the other two are from Michigan, but you know, and I'm from California, so we don't have it like that. But they are on some weird down there about skin color.
In the South, what do you think that they're more inclined towards? Which skin color?
Definitely light skin. I had a brother from Maryland who went to university with me, and yeah, he loves the AKAs, and he just went, you know, from lighter to lighter to lighter. Like he just kept doing it. It's weird.
Okay, wait. Time out. Hold on, time out.
Maryland?
So he liked light-skinned women, and he liked the AKAs. That must mean that whoever is on the selection committee to see who becomes an AKA, who I assume is a black woman, is enacting some colorism in the selection process.
Which is what I'm saying.
So left to their own devices,
they're going to select based on
the paper bag test.
Yes.
They're known for that. The AKAs.
And I heard that in Florida. Well, I mean, here you could be. I went to school in California, but here you could be dark and light. But I do hear stories that in the South, in certain HBCUs, that they do paper bag test sorority girls. You know, and I heard that they be stretching.
Well, they don't do that. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
They used to do that.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't do that anymore because my friend, she's darker than me, and she's an AKA. So they don't do that.
But they gotta let one in for diversity.
Well, yeah, but you have to be pretty though, if you think about it. I mean, like they do look for attractiveness because you know, whenever you're the poster, you just have to be attractive somehow, some way. And so so whenever it comes to colorism, but light skin, especially in the South, I definitely do understand because if anything, we're looking at the history is mainly like, you know, with slavery being inside the house versus being outside. So which one was more favorable? But at the same time, I think mainstream has just caused the light skin thing to get out of hand. I mean, look at music. Like most rappers are light skinned. Like we have more in favor of light skin.
You said light skin has gotten out of hand.
Really?
Yeah, like the light skin. What is it called? Glorification has gotten out of hand because, like it's just out of hand. If you're not light skinned, then you know it goes kind of back to what we're saying, like attractiveness. Like oh, why do you
No,
not have
I
attractive
think-
friends, that type of thing. But
I think the problem is what's gotten out of hand is all the light skinned, well, most of the light skinned people are attractive, but the dark skinned women are not attractive. I think that's the problem that's out of hand. Like
I agree. They don't.
It would be okay if the
Hold on,
dark skinned women were attractive.
What?
Good point.
By the way, what are you saying? Did you just say dark skinned women are unattractive?
Unattractive, period.
No,
wait, let her answer. What did you just say,
No,
Jackie?
I'm saying that they deliberately get dark skinned women that are not attractive instead of getting the dark skinned women.
Now I get it.
Like the woman king. Yeah, like the woman king.
I know exactly what you mean. I remember this was the last time when I actually watched American Idol. When they would break it down to like the top 10 girls or top 10 guys, it would be like 9, prototypical, pretty white girls, all of them roughly a size 6 or whatever. And then the one black chick they picked, she could sing her ass off, but she'd be fat and unattractive.
Precious.
I mean, like it was like they casted it that way. So I do know what you mean in that sense, that in black women got to take some, got to take some accountability or hold the L on this too, because like it seems like other women know and understand that they got to promote the pretty ones among them. Like, I mean, Game Changer pointed this out when Wonder Woman came out. Those Amazons, they were all beautiful, they were gorgeous, and women they loved it. The Woman King came out. Were those not those were Amazons? Were they not? They could have got some beautiful, tall, beautiful black women and had them play the Amazons, but no, they went and found some of the ugliest women they can find, and black women just seal clapping and just loving every minute. I'm like, hey, look how look at how Hollywood is promoting y'all, but y'all will clap and cheer for that. It's like
it's the woman squad. Like I think what it comes down to is I don't think we're trying to argue that whether a person's attractive or like your opinion is going to be your opinion. I think it's the tear down that I'm not fond of. I've been attractive my whole life, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. I think I'm fine. But it's the tear. Like, I would never in my entire life tear down another person, least of all a woman, just because I know how skewed the scales can be for the type of treatment I'm going to get versus the type of treatment Leslie's going to get. You know what I mean? I get it.
So it's pity.
No,
I feel like she didn't pick her face like I didn't pick my face. So it's like,
No,
so am I
your
gonna be like,
face.
oh girl, you're trash.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
No,
you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't add up to me. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. But I do understand and respect that everybody has a right to choose. I am going to choose a man that I'm attracted to. And if I'm not attracted to you physically, and all the other things as well, I'm not choosing you. Yeah, like I want to tall man.
You should have chose to turn the AC off other than grabbing that hoodie or whatever you just did. Like,
look, Chicago is bipolar.
Fucking up the ambiance. But all
right. So let me ask this: Why do you have a physical requirement?
I'm just playing.
No, why do you have the physical requirement for the men in your lives, but you don't have a physical requirement for the women in your lives?
Because I want to have sex with my man.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a fair point. However,
that's really
no, but I understand that. However, I feel that black women not having physical requirements for the women that they choose to co-sign, whether it's in movies and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, these women do seep into, they do seep into the media and they do make a representation of you. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it is a poor representation. I mean, y'all have to say, you can't sit with me. Sometimes you have to say, you can't sit with me. You can't represent me. It's not a good look because everybody else hide their bruised fruit. Y'all put it on the forefront. Where is the Asian Leslie Jones? Explain that to me.
But I mean, we did put
Margaret Cho, that comedian was she was an Asian Leslie Jones, but she was.
I don't know who that is because
I'm about to Google that.
No, I don't know who that is because they hired her.
No, she's on Quirky. She is the funny one. She's the
yeah.
funny.
She was a comedian. She had a good run, and yeah, she was.
But we don't just have one Margaret child. What I was about to say, we don't hide the worst of our women, just period, because that's who runs the culture. So the whoreness of whores, we don't put away. The most ratchet of the ratchet, we don't put away. The most violent of the we don't put them away. We should be.
Goddamn, Jackie, we got Google. Okay, get that shit down.
Actually, I needed that.
We got Google.
Yeah, and women should help out or be the brunt or the majority of the women who kind of separate that, because it's easier for you all to kind of weed out the bad.
So how are we? What are we doing this for? What is in it for us? I'm just really.
What's in it for you? Well, you know what's in it for you? Your reputation.
Your reputation. What kind of reputation?
Your collective.
Oh, so you're
as Black women.
Yeah,
like
your
right
reputation
now,
is
how we look, how smart we are.
Okay. Here's what it is. No,
I got a point.
How smart you are. Okay, but here's how it is right now for Black women.
I'm not.
If I was to say to a group of non-Black men, "Hey, my sister and her friends are having a get together. Do you want to come?" They are not excited because they're picturing a bunch of fat, ugly bitches. So, and that is the general picture right now of Black women. They assume the worst because the worst has always been presented about you. However, if an Asian guy was to say that, or if a Latin guy was to say, hey, my sister and her friends are going to come over, you guys should come. It's a whole different reaction. That reaction is due to y'all allowing the worst of you to be the poster women. The poster women is supposed to be hotter.
Okay, I'll simply say a room full of these women having this get together, because it's really not about your boys. They can come if they want to come, or they can stay there at home. But the room full of women having this get together are going to still have this get together, and we really don't care who shows up. And then 9 times out of 10, and let's be real about this, ladies. How many times do we bat way down when it comes to how our man looks in the eye? Usually, you'll see a 10 woman, or maybe an 8. I'll give you an 8, and a 6, maybe a 5 guy who's funny, who's generous, who's sweet.
Yeah, but
y'all supposed to because you're women. What you're doing though. The woman is supposed to be prettier than the man is handsome.
Right, but what I'm saying is we're not in it with the get together that you framed in your example. They're gonna still get together. It's not really about your guys coming through or not. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. They're not gonna they probably look like trash.
Ain't this some crap? You see, this is what I'm talking.
Okay,
y'all need to prioritize. Y'all need to prioritize men more. What do you mean? Like only see, that's the thing. That's a colored woman thing. Y'all do not value men. It's not a party unless men are there. No, it's not. No, it's not a party unless a man is there. Y'all the only ones that get together and watch Set It Off and think that y'all or watch Waiting to Exhale in slow motion hug each other on New Year's and think that that's a happy ending. Y'all do shit like that.
Y'all clubs work. They put those posters up with the sexiest woman ever to draw.
Exactly. But y'all want to attract men. You just said that it's okay if no men show up. That should never be okay. These slow motion hugs that y'all do with each other, these scissor parties that y'all like to have, or whatever it is.
Scissor parties.
Right, that's on another level. That's
Come on. Y'all have the scissor parties. I'm not gonna invite my.
I want to crash one of these scissor parties.
I've never been to a scissor party, but apparently I'm missing out. Am I missing out? I don't know.
You're missing out. You should attend one.
I should be.
You should definitely go to one.
And so what what I'm understanding from Game Changer is that we as Black women need to do better, be better bees of trying to actually have better crew, which is understandable because I have to agree with Game Changer. Like for example, yesterday my siblings and I decided that we want to get some are sexy or whatever. And so that means we have to put in work to actually look good, because we can't just be wearing certain outfits and we hope that the outfit doesn't play us. So the best thing is to actually get in shape. And so I definitely agree that we have to put more work and not just step out and say, oh yeah, I'm sexy, but everything is hanging out of a tiny outfit that you're not even supposed to be wearing. But because you want to feel sexy, what the society tells you, you're great at every size or whatever. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. And actually, we as Black women have to actually work different from, unfortunately, our white counterpart, because for example, the fat positivity or healthy at every size, whatever that is, that's not for us. That's actually for white women, because they're past a certain thing. With us, is actually more of healthy. We have to be healthy because we're not competing in the same thing, but some Black women have adapted the same mentality. And we wonder why we can't attract or keep men, because of actually physical. And I've talked to a lot of Black men who have told me, like, oh yeah, I left my girlfriend because she gained a lot of weight. And so, and they're still in love with them, but because she gained a lot of weight and she couldn't bounce back of whatever reason, like they just left. And after that, they never looked back. And they were really like successful, like their physical therapists. They're different, okay? But because of their physical aspect and not keeping up with themselves, they just left. They're like, I can't.
Oh my God.
No. Right now we're in a cutting season because the winter is over. But nah.
Let me make this quick. Let me make this quick point about this beauty BS. For decades, there was no such thing as colorism, featureism, and hair texture in the jet beauty of the week. When y'all fell off, then it become all that other stuff. Because nobody had a problem with dark, light, this, that, and the third, and jet beauty of the week.
No, that's true. Like during the Soul Train line days, nobody was complaining.
Yeah.
Nobody was.
Everybody embraced them.
They had like waistlines and collarbones and stuff.
Right. That one from Good Times was a real thing.
Oh yeah. That was.
Did you say Freaknik?
I know how Freaknik get in here. I'm sure it wasn't no colorism.
Look at the.
It was no colorism at Freaknik. Everybody was getting it.
Yeah, but everybody was tiny though. Remember, people were actually exercising, eating right. Like people were actually cared about their physical appearances. But look at now. Like now we are struggling with weight, diabetes. Okay, so now dementia is a third. Dementia is the third type of diabetes. So it's like, trust me.
Brenda just be making up them words.
No,
you said diabetes.
Yes, diabetes.
What's that?
I like it.
I like that. That's good. They got 2 in 1.
No, it's true. Like by
I could
2030,
picture the look on the doctor's face saying that. Like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you have a diabetes.
With diabetes. Why do you think Ozempic is up? Because people are trying to mitigate diabetes.
Yeah, you ate a fat chicken, didn't you? You have diabetes.
Chicken and waffles, okay? You got
you got 6 months to live, and your pallbearer's got 6 months to get ready to carry your ass. It's essentially.
Pallbearers got to be working out.
Yeah, exactly. They got 6 months to get ready to carry your ass.
Pallbearers been skipping leg day. They gonna drop your ass.
Remember, the caskets are also like the larger the casket, the more expensive it is. So you want to be regular size, But yeah.
Diabetes.
There's such thing as that what is called bariatric bed. So you don't want to find out what it is.
Not a word. It's not a word. It's roll with this, not a word.
But no, we're not innately attracted to any particular race or subset of it or mixture of races as men. We just like if we see a high concentration of negative representation, then we're going to naturally associate that with the group. It's unfortunate but true. So yeah, I mean, you can do well, but unfortunately, if your group is doing poorly, then it's people are going to be a little bit taken back. Like you have to prove yourself that much more, unfortunately.
I got a question for Game Changer.
All right, real quick. Hold your question real quick.
Okay.
Shout out to who we got? Derek Spinner in here. Said Lupita is dark and pretty. Leslie is not.
True.
Yeah, I mean that illustrates the point. Aaron, bring up the next one. I know it's another one somewhere. I'm trying to find it, but yeah, I mean that illustrates the point that it's not about colors. See, I mean, when we say it's not about skin color, then obviously then we must be talking about features, and that's where they say, aha, featureism. And then so it's like, okay, some people's faces just come together and it look good, and some people's faces come together and it don't. It just is what it is, and yeah.
Well,
but,
I mean, a man's priority is size, shape, texture, color. So that is how we view women: her size, then her shape, then the texture, like she got a bunch of bumps and crap on her face, and then the color. That's the. I mean, so color is like last. It's dead last in our priority.
It is something to that with the whole feature thing. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and say this, and you know, I've said this before, that a man could get away with a big nose on his face. Big noses don't look as good on women. They just don't. I mean, you know, and that goes across the board. Even the white women, I think Jewish women, whatever. I forgot what woman that got those Gonzo looking noses. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's Jewish. It's Jewish.
Okay,
women.
yeah. They those that looks bad, and they have to get that taken off. They get that surgically hacked down. But the men just walk around with that nose, and I suppose that women still think they handsome with that big nose. So it's like something about big noses. Something about, you know, I've seen male models with big ass, you know, black male models with big ass wide noses. I mean, it's just, well, on a woman's face, I guess just smaller, more delicate features look better on a woman. So yeah. So I understand the whole featureism. What? Why do you keep showing us pictures? Okay, yeah, and she's never been considered attractive. You know, we got she's Game Changer. She's getting her Neurodine on right now.
Oh,
Will you
yeah.
stop Neurodine-ing us, even though you're doing a better job at us than he is?
Not cute.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of is what it is. It kind of is what it is, you know. And but yeah. Anyway, Salty Balls in the building says, downtown 6 Mile, WS
D-Town.
bro. Oh no, I'm sorry. D-Town 6 Mile. Okay, so he's talking about and I don't live in Detroit, but I'm supposed to understand the lingo at least. He said D-Town 6 Mile, WS. I don't know what the WS stand for.
West Side.
Well, West Side bro, and I fuck with the Coney dogs. Right on. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. That's when he's having a conversation. Yeah, Salty Balls has been lived everywhere on earth. I think
on my chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them and suck them.
Yeah. All right. Where's we at? Damn it, the Lakers was about to start. So I said we was gonna be done by the time the Lakers started. But it's one more clip. I don't even remember what this one is. I don't even know if it makes sense. I was just, oh wait, no, we'll get that clip. We about to do this. Because we was kind of already on this topic. Nick Cannon said something that may or may not have made sense. I think he made something. Let's say, okay. Oh no, he just asked a good question. So good, we can do this. This will be the last thing we talk about here. He says, if you could only choose one amazing sex with a partner who is not monogamous, or lifelong trash sex with a faithful partner, which would you choose? Men and women can answer this one.
That's hard.
I would choose the faithful partner. It's not hard for me.
Faithful partner, it's not even hard.
Yeah, I would choose the faithful partner and just spice it
Okay, you just did it after they did. You cheated off their paper.
I had to wait. No, because I had to think about the rest of my life. I'm to choose the faithful partner. Oh, I'm gonna probably cry every night, but it's gonna be the faithful partner.
You don't it's Pilar, right?
Yes.
Yes. Just say the one with the amazing sex.
No, because that's
what you mean.
I would want it, but it's like after a while, I know I'd get tired of the non-monogamy.
Or you get tired of amazing sex.
No, I would get tired of the lack of monogamy. I know I would want the amazing sex, but I would get tired of the back of.
Let me ask you this question: Do you agree with the idea that women like what other women like?
I mean, yeah. Is there any more detail to that? Yeah, I would agree that
Like men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so like we were just talking about the idea that a woman would not trust her man around other women because she wouldn't trust the women.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think women are inherently attracted to men that can get a lot of women?
Absolutely, because the man obviously looks classically handsome.
Okay, so then this is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
If you were presented with that, the TV answer is what you gave. The nature of women is to choose the man who is going to cheat all the time.
Mm-hmm. I would agree, but we don't choose it. We don't choose it with the thought that he's going to cheat. We 100%, unless you're just a woman who goes in and she's like, I don't mind. If you're on the Young Miami type game, she says she's ready to just get fucked and cooked and do her thing and make her own money. Like, unless you're on that, usually we go into a situation thinking that there's something so just magnetic about us that we can keep this man at the house. I'm just gonna let you know. But sometimes we figure out that that's not the case.
So shouldn't we, if we wanted to be, if you wanted to help women out, shouldn't we stop saying beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
No, because why would we stop saying that when it is in the eye of the beholder?
It's not.
Well, everybody who ever beheld Leslie Jones thought she was ugly.
It's not.
Well, beauty is
Can I put it like this? Can I ask you gentlemen a question? Only the men, and then I'm gonna ask the women. How many of you men find which one is the one that's more successful, Serena or Venus? Serena Williams attractive?
From the neck down.
He's from the neck down. Even then, the Dwight Howard arms and shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
From the waist down. From the shoulders down.
Do you find her attractive? Do you think she's physically beautiful to behold?
No, in her face, no.
There was a moment. Hold on, let me answer. There was a moment in her life of my observing her where I did think she was attractive. I think I don't know what started happening.
Before the plastic surgery, she was all right looking.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her face.
It was definitely a moment where I thought she was attractive. I mean, it was that photo that when she was when she first started wearing a black spandex thing and it was jumping in the air doing the backhand and them cheeks was out. Like she definitely looked good. She definitely looked good to me.
That's not her face.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay, no, but overall, there was a moment where I did think that she was attractive. Now, one asterisk that I got to put on that because I know somebody that like met her in person and like walked right up on her, and the guy who met her in person, he's about 5'11". I think she's listed 5'9", but he was like, man, we was like the same height, and she was just like she looked real bulky and strong, like when you like right there next to her. He's basically saying she looked like a man. So, but either way, I have looked at her at one point and thought she was attractive. Yeah, but now I don't see her like that. I don't know what happened.
I think that's and I do not find her attractive. However, I remember there was a good little time. I was in my teens when men were holding her as the pillar for like a brief period of time. I remember.
Yeah, she had a run.
Rap about her, put her in the. And I'm like.
Maybe they were talking about her body.
Mm-hmm. Because her body just
talking about the body.
Because so I just thought her body was. Serena, I'm sorry, girl. I just always thought her body was really masculine. I always thought for every man that ever looked at her body like she was just this sexy, goddess. She just looked like a man to me. And
I think what was going on. I think what was going on was.
Have you ever?
Body, if you put a man's face on it and took away she was like a big football player in my eyes.
Are you saying her face? She facially looked like a man to you?
No. I'm saying her body. So when I was hearing men, put her on this pedestal for a while, I didn't understand it because I'm like, well, dang, they're like, okay, a masculine body.
Those arms and shoulders were definitely a problem, but the waist, the hips, thighs, and ass that's always and titties. That's always been on point.
Let me say this. I think that what you were seeing wasn't what men actually.
If she was like one of them mannequins in the mall in Detroit that don't got no head or no arms, like that's what Serena.
No, I think what Pilar, I think what you were seeing was society just answering the call of women, like the one that Bernard showed earlier, the one that was complaining that guys aren't attracted to Leslie Jones. So, they take a woman who's not conventionally attractive and call her attractive just to appease that group of women. So they were really saying it for the sake of women, not men. They were saying something that wasn't true in order to make those women happy. So that's what I think that you might have got whiff of. But I don't think that there was ever like a locker room conversation where men, were saying, ooh, that Serena Williams, I want to get something. No, trust me, I was there. They were not saying that.
Well, in the locker rooms in Michigan probably were a lot different from the locker rooms in LA. It was like a divided room. Back in the day when men would talk about Serena, some would be like, oh hell no, she looked like a man. And some would be like, no, I won't get with that. And even somebody like Common, who had options, messed with her for a little bit. So clearly,
Drake did too.
Girls, yeah, Drake.
Drake did it. Oh, yeah.
Drake did too, but it's not. I
think Drake did it just for
like a sham, just to appease the women.
I think Drake did it to be
attractive women.
Yeah,
I think that does. What does it do? It's like the whole idea that Michael B. Jordan was with Lori Harvey. It's like I've checked that off my list. You can't say I didn't give a black girl a whole chance. Now, whatever I do after this, get off. Yeah. I did a whole committed relationship with her, and she still broke fly. Get off of it. If she's Becky or she's Maria or whatever, the next one is gonna be the next one. You can't say nothing.
Now, Bernard says something about the Detroit locker room. Okay, here's the thing. Serena Williams only comes up.
With the Detroit stuff before you start. Stop.
Well, no. I'm not talking about Detroit women or anything like that. But what I am saying is that I think that even in Detroit, that Serena Williams only comes up in conversations about Serena Williams. I don't think that when men are talking about attractive women, like we were earlier, when we were having a light skin, dark skin conversation, and then you listed off a bunch of, attractive women of different complexions in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Serena Williams' name did not come up. Men do not or view her, like in a regular locker room conversation of who's hot, she does not come up at all. And that's because she's simply not hot. Now, if her name comes up because you're in a locker room talking about athletic shit, and then and maybe some of them like, hey, if I could bench press like her, or I don't know, like, but she is not by any convention an attractive woman. And yes, Hollywood do like to prop up these Wendy Williams type chicks, in order to make the lesser women feel better about themselves. Take Lois Lane, for example. Like they always show the guy, the Superman, the exceptional guy with the average woman in order to give the average woman something to fantasize about. Like Superman never gets with a supermodel, and neither does Spider-Man. They always get with the regular chicks, just a basic Lois Lane type chicks. And that's the fantasy.
Also, I think there is a stigma too, not to cut you off, that attractive women are less faithful. I've had, and this is putting my business out there, I've had gentlemen that I've split from, multiple. I hate to say that, multiple who said I'll never mess with a pretty woman again.
That's horrible.
I agree, and so I'm like, why would you then downgrade yourself?
Wait, they told you that after they was with you?
Yeah, just like out of
Well, damn, what you do?
Right. Exactly.
I'm just saying that to say.
No, that's horrible. Were these black men?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you can't be trusted.
Yeah, black men, and then actually went and got a very
homely woman,
average homely woman. That's a perfect. Thank you.
And that's and I told y'all didn't believe me. I told y'all brothers have no damn standards, and it's because of stuff like that. We are like that guy that eats prison food and think it's delicious. Like we're stuck in this institution. We are. You know, we're intimidated by beauty far too much. Far too often you see a man who is more handsome than his girl is pretty in the Black community. No damn standards. We are intimidated by beauty. It starts with the mother and then it continues on from there. It's ridiculous.
I think there needs to be accountability on both sides. Like obviously, I feel like a man should take account. If you have a certain level of confidence, nobody can sort of knock you off of that peg. If you esteem yourself a certain way, it doesn't matter if she goes out and cheats with. At some point, you got to just think like, okay, she was just a thought. So let me just go on. I'm just gonna move on. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go get with a homely woman, because now what if you get cheated on by the homely woman? Now you just screwed. You might blow your brains out. Like who?
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, it could go either way. So it's like, would you lower your standards in hopes that, oh, please, she has less options. Hopefully, she doesn't, hurt me, or whatever the case may be. It
doesn't make sense. You're right, because a homely woman can cheat too, and it is worse. Everything is worse with an ugly bitch. I'm sorry. If somebody divorce you and take half your shit, and it's an ugly bitch, that just makes it worse. Every bad thing that happens with women is worse than it's an ugly bitch. I swear. No.
I agree.
If somebody's brother and 6 other niggas jump you, you'll be pissed that it's an ugly bitch. I shit you not. It's always worse when she's ugly. Like you could get jumped by 6 dudes and be like, damn, she was fine though. Like you could still say that. But when but at
the same time, that she's more prone to, like you said yourself, she has no problem with options, homely or not. Her options are going to be out there, even if it's less than a beautiful woman. Imagine being a woman getting cheated on by a busted dude. A busted dude. And women do it too. Women choose below their bar sometimes because they feel like, oh, he's gonna have less option. Okay, he's, this is my little project over here, and he's, not doing that well in the physical department. I'm safe. I feel like that's foolish. You better bat for as high as you can go, because it could happen, and that'll just make your self-esteem take a shot. I believe if you're choosing somebody solely on the strength of whether or not they're going to step out on you because of how they look, I just feel like you're setting yourself up for.
Pilar, do you believe that a woman? Oh,
my friend, she was basically like, I have to be with a guy that looks really good, because when I get mad at him, I can't be looking at an ugly guy, because then I'm even more mad.
Well, okay. Well, do your friend date guys that are more handsome than she is pretty?
No, they be on the same level. She likes to date like on the same level of her attractiveness. Like they have to be attractive.
All right, Game Changer, you was about to ask me a question, and
No, I was going to ask you. Do you feel that that a couple where the woman is where the man is more handsome than the woman is pretty, do you think that that's a relationship that can last?
Where the man is more handsome than what the woman is pretty?
Yeah.
It can last, but I mean, it's not ideal. It's not. It can last. I mean, I don't see how that would end it. I just see it not being overall a good deal for him, because I mean, the way relationships work out, the man. I'm looking at it in terms of traditionalism, and so many relationships not traditional. Sometimes I question, do it even make sense to be even analyzing things from that perspective? But typically, when all is said and done in a relationship, the man is expected to bring a lot of other shit to the table, and the exchange is a prettier woman. Like when Pilar was talking about a girl being an 8 and she's dating down to a 6. Like, is she really dating down though? If this man is, if he got a good job and he's providing and doing all the masculine shit that's supposed to be done, then yeah, she can give up them 2 points. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So I think relationships tend to work better that way, to me.
So do you feel that a man who is more handsome than his woman is pretty feel that he don't have to make it up in masculine shit? Say a guy is an 8, right? And then he works at his job and the boss says, hey, we're gonna promote you, and he says, oh no, thank you, my girl is a 6. Like, do you think that he's like, hey, fuck that, I don't have to do much because I am more handsome than she is pretty?
Yeah, that's a thing going on nowadays where I don't know if it happened exactly like how you described it, but I remember me and Hood Conservative talked about that, where in some relationships the dude basically becomes, he basically becomes her bad bitch, where he look better than her and he ain't really trying to do the normal man shit. He just, the relationship is working contingent upon whether or not he keep being her bad bitch, and he dressed up down head to toe looking good. She going everywhere, got a good looking dude on her arm, so she's operating as the man, and he's her bad bitch. And no, I don't think those
dynamic.
I don't think those ones last.
And I think that's what happens, though. I think that's why those relationships are destined to end, because men are comfortable being with a bad bitch. Women are not comfortable being with bad bitches. They not.
I can't. A pretty boy.
Yeah, that's true, because there will be competition at all time.
Y'all don't like a really just
no.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Come here. I need that. Like, I don't even care. I know you're gonna get looked at. I know women are gonna be throwing their drawers at you and making you lunch. But at the end of the day, I
Jackie like ugly dudes.
You
want to tell that story again?
I like medium. I like.
No, you want to tell the story about the ugly dude that you.
No. He was too ugly. No, that's too far. I can't go that far.
Again.
Wait, so Pilar, you're telling me that you're comfortable with a Michael B. Elba just there on your couch all the time, like not doing anything?
Oh no, on the couch? No.
No, because that's the bad bitch mentality. Like, I don't have to do anything.
No.
They're homosexual.
No. He needs to be doing something. The finest man, like you can't be sitting on my couch. Where they do?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying that in relationships where the men are extraordinarily more handsome than the women is pretty, he don't feel the need to perform in a man way.
Sometimes I'll say that, like, the most attractive man I've ever been with was alpha male and took care of it. I never had to didn't have to do anything, but I did because that's how I was raised. But he made sure everything was taken care of.
Okay. Is he one of the ones who said he'd never date a pretty girl again?
No. We're still good.
Okay.
No, we're still good. No, that was not one. No, actually, those were the more unattractive males, in my opinion. I dated one that was very unattractive, first love, and then I dated one that was semi-attractive. They just got hurt.
Is it more of hurt or insecurity of not knowing thyself, and feeling intimidated based on they can't measure up to your I guess the expectation or standards that you had?
It would be an insecurity anytime you say someone can't look a certain way because I'm not comfortable with that. I want my man to be fine because I want to look at him. I don't take pictures. Care if like I have to see you every night, wake up to you every morning.
Yeah, my man
I want you to be
fine. I understand. She won't even go on and get his eyebrows done. You want him to get his eyebrows done with you? Like
no.
Yeah, I mean, women say that until they have that long term. Like until
if she gloss up her lips, she pass it to him, and he
I feel like I would be in an ideal situation, and I have experience. I try not to speak on something I haven't experienced. I'll just put that out there for everybody because we don't really know each other. But in an ideal situation where the man is attractive and the woman is attractive, you guys should be each other's cheerleaders. If it's right. Now, if it's not right, I really don't want to be even laying down with you. If I feel like every time I turn around, you're going to be hit on and you have no self-control to curve that, I don't need to be with you. And it's fine because I've got options and I'll keep it moving until I find one that knows, okay, I've got a good thing, at least for this time being. I'm in here, I'm locked in with her, and it's good. I know there's women way more beautiful than me, but that shouldn't make a difference. My man,
Pilar, you're talking about a situation of men that are equally attractive. I'm talking about men who are
more attractive.
He could be more attractive than me.
No, because you like I look good and he look good. I'm talking about to where from his point of view,
he outshines you,
and you are right. Like
that's fine.
Yeah, so you're comfortable in that situation.
Yeah, 100%. Just because of what I stated, if I want to be able to look at you and salivate. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me if he looks way better than me because that doesn't do anything to my ego, and I'm also not afraid. Are you going to go and cheat on me? Because I can't stop that. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And I've been cheated on by 4s. So I just know if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
That's how I really
Because you can't
feel.
control people.
Yeah,
If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. So how you react.
I'd rather have
Are handsome men allowed to cheat?
with a good-looking man.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
how
Brenda
I
said, yeah. Handsome
No.
men are allowed to cheat. No, I mean that's good. I mean that makes sense. Like yes, I cheated, but what are you gonna do? I am handsome. Like that's
Yeah,
a
he's
real
gonna be like, you
I
just
mean-
said you salivating. Just go and get back to salivating. Let me.
Yeah, the odds are you're gonna cheat.
Once you do it, it's over, we're done. But it's like I would rather, if I was gonna be cheated on, would I rather be cheated on by a fat, nasty, whatever, or would I rather be cheated on by a man that I thought I had a shot with that looked good and I'm gonna feel super betrayed. I'm gonna feel salty. I'm gonna be extremely salty if I get cheated on by that 4 and I've been doing all the things that I do to maintain the relationship. I would be livid.
You women are exaggerating. Have y'all ever dated a 4?
I have dated probably a 3. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Dated a 4 before.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Brenda?
Maybe. Yeah.
Your stud was a 4.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was like, maybe.
Wait,
according to what my man will say, yes, it was below a 4.
Dang, it was an ugly stud.
And Brenda was the breadwinner, by the way.
Brenda, no.
Look, I've come a long way.
Okay, thank God.
All right.
He was laying it down. Now that's a scissor party. Like that's what that was.
Right, exactly.
And that's why whenever Game Changer was like.
Well, Bernard, could you play that? Could you play the first clip I put in there? Just one last thing.
Uh-oh.
The one you put in the back chat?
Yeah, the one I put in the back track. The first one, not the light skinned song.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. No, I made a light skin. Just so y'all know, I made a light skinned song because I was sick of the whole colorism argument and everything.
All right, hold on. One moment. Actually, wait, stall for a second because when I play it, I want to play it better. I want to quickly it take about 30 seconds. I want to quickly download it.
So
that way it'll show up better. So yeah, give me some filler.
Yeah. I'll give some context. So I feel that the woman should be prettier than the man is handsome because a man's value increase over time in the things that women value. Like if you get with a guy who is, let's just say, more handsome than you are pretty, but he's in medical school, when he becomes a doctor, the relationship dynamic might change. He's like, okay,
Yeah, he gonna leave her ass. I'm just playing.
Yeah, that's the way I was gonna put it. However, if you get with that same guy while he's in med school, but you're 2 points above him, he's more likely to, in my opinion. He's more likely to stay. But no matter what, even med school aside, which is like a quick and big come up, over the course of a long-term relationship, his value does increase. Like, you met him when y'all were 18 and he was working at, Burger King or something like that, or, wherever Mike was working when he was selling food.
I knew it.
Man, that was funny. But you had that little traveling taco stand.
Man,
like, I don't know what the hell you were selling.
He's one of those people that say tamales.
Yeah. You're selling your grandmama fish dinners, talking about, when I was a food salesman engineer. I'm like, no, you selling chicken dinners, nigga. All right.
He was an ice cream man. Yeah, that's funny. No, but he's not anymore. And over time, a man's income do increase. Like he starts off delivering boxes. Now he's the district manager at FedEx or some crap like that. Like these things happen, and you want to have a pretty buffer so when his value increase, it won't surpass yours. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. Well, because you want to stay at the same level.
All right, here's the clip I'm about to play, and we about to get up out of here for real because I'm legit missing the game.
The game is better in the third and fourth quarter.
Stop.
It's good in the first two.
It depends how they're feeling.
Watching it, yeah.
Hi, Ike.
Oh, that's that average sex.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been wide awake messing with that good.
See, that's why I'm glad y'all didn't come to me on that question.
Oh.
Go ahead. What's the answer on that question?
No,
then?
you avoided it.
I did avoid that question because I'm thinking like the right answer would be the first answer, but then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna deal with the second part.
You said you'd rather deal with the second one?
Yeah, because it's like that kind of.
No, you'd rather deal with trash sex with long-lasting faithful partner. You say?
Oh no, I gotta switch. No, the first.
Which one? Okay, so you choose the first one. Amazing
You'd rather
sex.
have the amazing sex with the monogamous part with the non-monogamous.
Yeah, because to me it comes down to like chemistry to me.
Yeah, but what happens when you turn? What happens when you turn 60 and 70 and his PP don't work no more?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hell, if his pee don't work,
Then he can't.
her shit died. Probably gonna die before his. I mean,
No, women's sex drive.
I don't know about that.
Women's sex drive increases.
Your sex
That's a
drive
lie.
increases.
That's a lie.
The goodness between the quality of your vagina doesn't increase.
Right, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's skin.
She'll be more
lie.
wanting to have sex on a regular basis than he will when he's got to pop the blue pill.
Maybe that's
Okay,
because
I'm calling cap on the whole sex drive increasing. It doesn't increase because a chick gets old. That's just their way to market old.
No. Hormones.
Yes. That is their way. Okay. How come guys who are married for 20 years never
wait, what you say? Hold on, wait. What you say, Pilar? You said something, then you caught yourself. What'd you say?
I don't want to put this out there like that, but never mind.
You what?
Just I'll give you guys that information.
No.
I'm 100% gonna let him know it is a science.
It is not a science.
Sex drive,
that is not a science. It's a collective lie. Listen.
Well, that's what Annette
you
said.
ever notice how men who've been married for
like
y'all ever notice how men that's been married for like 20 years never say, hey, all of a sudden my wife's sex drive increased? They never say that. It's always the single women who are out trying to compete with young tight pussy that say, yeah, but my drive is just overdrive. It is a lie. It is a lie, Pilar, and you are lying.
It's not
a lie.
It's the hormones that happen. Women's body goes through a huge hormonal change when we pre-menopause, and that's just what it just kicks into overdrive. It doesn't mean sex is better.
Hold on, wait, time out. I was about to say that, but you beat me to the punch. Now this is what I found out in my research on this. What they're saying is post. Damn it, what was I going to say? Say what? No,
pre-menopause.
Yes.
Sometime in between menopause and okay, I forgot what it was. It's like some weird grace period where y'all are hormonally all out of whack. I forgot how it worked, but no, I don't think it means nothing about the sex drive. I just think that's them trying to sell like some last call for alcohol, divorce, post-war, one last call for alcohol, hot girl summer for 35-year-old divorcees.
Body so well, and none of you guys have vaginas. It's like when you get closer to your period,
we've all had vaginas.
Feel like having sex more.
Yeah, that's
one
true.
of those things. Y'all don't have it. You don't have it. I'm sorry. God gave us this curse. It's one of those things.
It's the libido.
It's the libido. When you're
just because you give us sex,
like, why would that matter if the quality of it still is going down?
Well, no, quality. I didn't say anything about quality. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like it's irrelevant. It's like wanting to give away a car with no tires. Like eventually, it's just like, well, like it doesn't matter that you want to give it away so bad. It's a car with no tires. Doesn't matter. The quality of it goes down.
Right, but I'm saying if you've got a man who's jumping in the bed with the girl from the clip from the video, and she's putting her little scarf on, and she's in her 20s and 30s, she's like, I don't want to fuck this dude because it's probably whack anyways. She's gonna go to sleep.
What the hell?
50, 60-year-old, whatever.
See, that's why I gotta go with the first choice.
Is over there like, listen, what you doing? That's why you hear the term cougars, because you don't have to play the games. You don't have to take her out of winer and diner a lot of the time. These women know what they want right out the gate, and then you can go home to the chick with the bonnet.
Y'all hear that? They are selling old vaginas. They are.
She
are
thought
trying
she
to
dropped
say,
the mic.
What's that?
No. They're saying they're basically saying
she dropped the last egg.
No,
The
they're trying to
last
say
egg
that old
cracked
pussy
on the
is
floor.
better. I think that the whole sex drive libido talk is really just a marketing ploy for old pussy.
Who the heck markets that? Who markets this? Who are these marketing teams?
Oh,
so are you saying that
middle-aged women are marketing their pussy
in
that way? They can't do it with a push-up bra anymore. They can't do it with the young hot bodies, you know. So they do it. They can't do it with the skin elasticity, you know. So they do it with oh yes, but our drive is just on our hormones have stirred up.
Nobody said it was good. We just said that it
No, but you're saying that you want it more. You're saying that it's good or getting, and that's what I'm saying. You know, y'all just making it good or getting to market it better.
Good or getting.
Yeah, like the whole cougar talk, the jaguar talk. You know, no, this is just you're just trying to market. Use for JJ. You want to know who's at their peak? Those girls that be sneaking out their daddy window at 17 to hop in my car and shit. Like that is a fucking peak.
Very illegal. But I hear what
not
you're
when
saying.
you're 17 also. What the fuck? Get your mind. What the fuck is wrong? I'm talking about when I was 17 too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
it's on present tense. I mean, I was, you know,
it sounded like there were 17-year-olds.
I was trying to catch you, but you cleared it up.
Right.
You cleared it up. You cleared it up.
Oh, okay. So my bad. Yes, when I'm 17 too. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know. So yes.
So are you saying that some of the women who are asking for divorce or who stepped out of their marriage at the later ages because they wanted to sell their pussy one more time?
Huh?
That's a good question. That makes sense. I get what she was asking.
So
you understand her question?
Yes, leaving. She's asking it with, if I'm not mistaken, Brenda. When women leave relationships, leave marriages later in life, is it because they want this last hurrah at some last pick me dick?
No. I mean, what they do want is they want to fulfill a fantasy, and they do want to feel young again, but they're not. And they want to actually enter single life as they left it, which they can't. But it's not really the sex that they're it's not really the sex that they're after, it's the attention. They want the same attention from men that they got before, that they got in their 20s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And in order to get that attention, they fabricated this myth of the increased libido that just so happens at a time in life when a woman don't need libido. There is nothing going on down there that just turbocharges the pussy, you know, at let's just say 38 years old. There's nothing. That is a lie. That is a myth that they do to try to say. So a guy in the club will walk to the 38-year-old pussy over the 28-year-old one. That's just what they do.
All right, we at the 2-hour mark. This was great. No. I ain't trying to get out of here on that. No, I've meant to get her out right at 10. I'm sitting here watching the score to the game on my phone and stuff. I gotta get the hell up out of here. No, I planned on. These normally, ideally, we start on time and go from 8 to 10. We started a little late, so we at the 2-hour mark. Okay, that wasn't me. What the hell was that, RM?
That was RM.
That's it.
Yeah, RM.
I think she thinks the Lakers is football.
No, I don't know. I think that's when somebody is moving the goalpost in an argument. I don't know.
Oh, nice. I like that.
That's what that is for. But yeah, well, I don't know if I think she played it at the wrong time. Because I hope she wasn't trying to say I was moving the goalpost. Anyway, I'm just playing.
No, get him too, RM. You got me a few times.
No. But all right. Night show schedule. Appreciate each and every one of you coming out. Night show schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to everybody who supported the stream in any way, shape, or form. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.